I have Andrew Weeks of 40 Entertainment.
Hey,
Andrew,
Good afternoon,
how are
Greg.
you, man?
I'm good, Greg. I'm good.
And then on my left, I have Hardware.
Afternoon.
How are you, sir?
Great, great, great.
So, guys, thank you so much for joining me. And I know when Sharianne logs on, this is her thing. So,
Big
the
up, Miss
Bashment,
Norris.
I'm going to start this so I can start the ball rolling with you. I look forward to the Bashment every year.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure, Greg. It's a pleasure.
That's my text.
Because, and I've said this to the other soca artists, when are too slow.
Okay.
So from that point, I tell people I don't work out to lyrics.
Oh, you want tempo?
I want
pace.
tempo. I want pace.
Okay.
So that is why it's not that I have anything against the Bashment either way, but because they bring that tempo
Yeah.
and that pace, and you know, Bajans are a little scabby underneath. And people like that. The bougie facts, everybody still bashes out on occasions, and this is the reality. We love that vibe, we love that energy, and for right now, that comes through the Bashment.
Yeah.
And before I actually dive into that, 40 Entertainment, how did that come about, and why the name 40?
Okay. For the entertainment came about, it was an idea that I had, not the name 4D, but the actual event that we have, that we host, right? I had the idea about doing the event, and I pitched it to a good friend of mine, Michael Agard, and we decided, well, yeah, we can go with it, combined ourselves together, the four of us, and decided to give the name, bring alive the name 4D Entertainment, which is four-dimensional.
Interesting.
Four-dimensional entertainment,
So many facets,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
And how long has it been in operation?
The organization has been in operation over the last, I would say, 12 years. Yeah.
And the number of events, because I know the Bashment competition is actually y'all's last baby.
Yeah.
But how many events do y'all actually produce?
We actually only do one event, and we are now starting to dabble and branch off into doing other events. Soca on the Hill is our flagship event, and we've been doing that. We've been nurturing that, you know what I mean, for some time now, to just making sure that the event grows to where we are comfortable. So we did a lot
Where it grows?
Yeah.
You mean like that's so? I'm sorry, for me as an onlooker and a patron. You mean where it grows?
Yeah,
I mean,
to see the growth of the event, Greg. You know.
cause Lord,
Yeah, Scotty Hill.
outside of Kaduma Day, I don't know a bigger event than Soca on the Hill.
Well, I still feel, to be honest with you, Greg, and as I tell people who come up to me and tell me, man, Andrew, you all got the biggest event for Soca over. I said, I still don't believe within myself that we have reached that goal that we wanted in terms of.
Interesting.
Honest to God, I'm serious. I don't feel that we have reached the level that we have wanted in terms of, and seeing even the numbers. I would like to see the whole of our Hill, just the people, and the joy for me is to see when those people, the reaction on their face to the event, and then you hear the comments that they give you at the end of the event. That is the joy, Greg. That's the real joy there, so for me, to be honest.
Okay. I'm gonna go with hardware. So 2018, this is going to be an epic year for you. You are going to bring some music. First of all, do you have anything holding back?
No, I'm done.
You're done.
Yeah,
You're done.
I'm
Because I have this thing where artists wanting to hold back their stuff and wait to the last minute. Man, no, we can't drop everything.
I don't hold back. I don't hold back.
I don't know what's the point. If you want us to really enjoy your music, you want the rotation with the DJs,
Correct.
and you want to feel fair that people are giving you enough airplay, give the people your music.
Like I said, I don't hold back. If I drop something late, that means that I had a problem dropping it or signing down endlings. Not that I just had the song there saying, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Once it's done, simple.
So I know you had a slower song this year, and not
Sweet baseline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you don't really consider yourself an artist opposed to just in the realm Bashment, genre Bashment.
Yeah, overall artist, not just Bashment artist, just artist full stop.
No, you said that. Can artists easily cross over into Bashment, or because Mikey asked last week, this is a double-sided question. What really is Bashment, or what merits for you to be a Bashment artist? Is it the lyrics? Do you have to say something about jiggle, twerk, or or bend over, or whatever?
No, I don't feel you have to use those lyrics all the time. But Bashment is the combination, a combination of all for me. Right? I find Bashment is a combination. The lyrics, the music, and the way it's put over, the way the artist puts it over, right? In terms of that's for me. The production must be along the lines where you.
This is for the competition, or this is just Bashment?
This is just my view.
Okay.
This is my view, and along with combined with the others in our organization that's how we get to the understanding of where we want, what we are looking for in terms of the element of the music, right? But my view is just you gotta be, as you say, Greg, you gotta be driving at you. You know what I mean?
The pace, the energy,
yeah, the energy, the lyrics too. Because I don't believe in disrespecting anybody when you say by putting the music out there. So the art form and the music that the lyrics that they put into the music must be clean, in a sense. You know what I mean? Don't be disrespecting anybody nor nothing like that. There. So and God giving you an understanding of what you should be feeling when you hear the music, because music for us is a rhythm beat, and sometimes, as we say, the lyrics, and it gives you that sense of feeling, because music is a very strong thing, it's a very strong tool, as we all know it. That and the such nice thing about soca music for us is if you look at all the genres, all the different genres of soca music, you don't hear no violence in it. You never hear no violence.
So even though you might say twerk, jiggle it, split in the middle, you still want it to be as clean as possible, that you don't incite certain mindsets and okay.
Right. So that is my view. Some people would like to hear the twerk, the jiggle, the shake your booty every day, and that is what they think they consider to be. You know
and that is why some people ask then, if that is the perception from the average Joe, that this is what is expected from Bashment. You twerk, you jiggle, you go on your head, split in the middle, whether it's up or down. So that's a certain mindset that people get. But so that's why I ask, can certain artists cross over easier than a Bashment soca artist said it? They're going to go into mainstream soca. Is it easier for a mainstream artist to go into Bashment? So this is just a mindset. If who wants to tackle?
You tackle it first, hard, and then I go into this.
It's not as simple as just crossing over, because a Bashment artist could do a sweet song, a sweet soca artist could do a Bashment song. It's what people accept. And in terms of Bashment is a feel. It's be more like music for the streets, like what do people feeling at the time. There's a market for that twerk and bubble and all of that kind of stuff.
So who's more relatable in selling that?
I can't even say it's younger people, because they got older people that like it too, but they got people that they want party, they want walk up, they really
want have a good time.
They ain't care about all that lyrics. I think they just want dance. So at the end of the day, people say, "Oh, it going too much of this." Everybody singing about that, but or you take away all of that, and you try to change it up and just do something else that people can be like, "We can't dance." So this is too much lyrics. We don't want to hear all of that.
You don't walk up to lyrics.
So when you say it ain't possible, yes, it because a lot more people doing Bashment now. It was seen like everybody singing about the same thing, but at the same time, if everybody starts singing about that and try to be more,
lyrical and that sort of
stuff, then it can lose the dance capability. So there needs to be a balance, but that's what it is.
And how would you?
Yeah, I would say hard raised on a good point there, but still, it's a tricky thing. But I mean, it's tricky. It's just the rhythm, the music, the as hard raised say is it's just with the feel, right? And for sometimes for you to explain the feeling that the music gives you, you just got to express it in dance. We all know that. You just got to express it in dance, because some elements to the music, as I said to you, can be inspirational, educational, and then some people just don't even want to hear that. They just only want to hear the rhythm and the thing. They ain't got nothing to do with what you saying.
Unless it's a really good hook line,
yeah.
nobody ain't really care about the lyrics because you're so drunk that you just walking it to the beat and the rhythm. So,
but we know that there's a thin line between the different genres of music. So we try to like embrace. We have been embracing all our forms to welcome them into taking part, into being a part of the Bashment. We, as you said, if it's easier for an artist to cross over, I believe is the artist himself, and he has to know what he wants to do in terms of the music, because as Harry said, anybody could sing sweet soca, anybody could sing, but where the love lies, and you would align yourself with that. You understand?
like Mikey gave Shanta the analogy, can she see herself, as she's a sweet little brown skinned girl, little brown thing, doing Bashment? She was like, but then it's how people see her as well. So that's why I said, I think it might be easier for somebody who started with Bashment and going over.
But it also depends on what kind of bashment you do it.
Well,
because it's got hardcore bashment like what Steffi would do, but then it's got more like singy songy bashment like what hyper songs would do. And look at Statement this year. Statement
Kind of tiki talk. Taking off.
from there because he finally found the bashment that suited him. So Shanta might not be able to do the rough stuff like how Alice Hayes will come and kill it, but she might be able to do a singy songy kind of thing that still people appreciate.
And can relate to.
Yeah, it's just about you market and where you find yourself. You don't have to push yourself right in a genre to get in it. She can meet it halfway.
So that's.
Patrice on glass back rhythm. Patrice, Patrice sang. Patrice then come rap like she come down real nice.
I was like, this real David
There you go. But Patrice is singing.
And I was like, but exactly, I was like, you?
There you go.
Send me to this. I was like, okay, let me listen to it. I was like, yeah, Patrice. Yeah.
There you go. That could be Shanta doing a similar style. So it's just about you being an artist and being comfortable with what you're doing. You don't have to go all in, but you can find a style that just suits you.
I guess it's like fashion. How well do you wear it?
There you go. There you go. You could put on a different, accent to something and make it yours, and not lose yourself in it. That's always do my bashment.
And so we're gonna go to commercial break shortly. So why? You can answer it now, but why did you decide to make the competition international? But we'll get more into it.
Okay. The reason why we decided to make the competition more international, we realized that throughout the Caribbean, there are different genres of music, and then you will find that some of them are sound the same, close to what we consider here to be Bashment, but the guys will be using a different name for it, right? And when it comes on to the party, and you put those same music, you put the Bashment in the fat, and you put, say for example, Dennery in the fat, and you play those, people get on the same way, same bash out way. You understand me? But it's just different names. Like we got here we call Akis, and in Jamaica we call it Guineas. You know what I mean? So it's just a different, you know what I mean? You put a different name to the same sort of.
Like the Lucians doing it for me in their beats. I could just hear. I didn't know that from St. Lucia. I was like, yes.
And you ready to bash out?
What?
to Dennery.
I don't need any vodka.
Yeah, right.
But anyhow, so we're going to take a short break, and we will be led by Hardware Sound No Glass Back.
No glass back.
Yes. So this is 2018 Bashment Soca from Hardware.
Everybody just bend.
Hands by your knees, girl, sink in your back. Bounce it around and make the thing clap. Waistline bar, watch it tick and talk. Show them gyal it, I got the glass back. No glass back, no glass back, no glass back, no glass back. Back, back. She mash up already, what I say, yeah. She tell me she get at me, so I take it as a threat. No, it felt waistline, she living in regret. Clean up bottle too. She got a glass back and she stiff. Yo, what going on? WD-40 for you. Come girl, let me show you what to do. Hey, you back,
girl, open up like coconut. Oh, she's a sweet, me can't get over that. You have the right script, you are lucky to them on. Them a talking, them a fight down.
I'm Mr. Sweet Waistline. Girl, bend your back, give me the sweet wine. Start out slow, then do it double time, yo. Shake up your body like you don't got a spine, now. Hey, you back, girl. 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 Hey, you back, girl.
Everybody just dead, 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 dead.
Hey, you back, girl.
Everybody just dead, 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 dead.
Ready? Hands by your knees, girl, sink in your back. Bounce it around and make the thing clap. Waistline bar, watch it tick and talk. Show them gyal you got the glass back. No glass back, no glass back, no glass back, no glass back. Back, 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 back. She glass back, no break. She mash up already, what I say, yeah. She tell me she get at me, so I take it as a threat. No, it felt waistline, she living in regret. Clean up bottle too. She got a glass back and she stiff. Yo, what going on? WD-40 for you. Come girl, let me show you what to do.
Dead, 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 dead.
Hey, you back, girl.
Everybody just dead, 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 dead. Girl, open up like coconut.
What time do mom and dad get home? I feel like I'm forgetting something. But what could it be?
I have to remember to do everything.
Oh, babe, look. Jay remembered to start the washer.
Jay?
He is so responsible.
I wish Kylie could be more like him.
What?
I did the laundry.
Really? Tell me about that.
The new Kenmore Smart Washer and Dryer. Be smart, be connected, be amazing. Exclusively at Sears.
Hi and welcome back to Tea Time with Greg, and remember you can like our page on Facebook and Instagram and subscribe on YouTube. Now we are with Andrew Weeks of 4D Entertainment and Hardware. Sorry that Marsville couldn't make it, but he will owe me and he will be back. So we were talking about you making it international. It's now $80,000 from $50,000, and you want to encourage more people to. Behind the scenes is always the best conversations, but yeah.
Yeah, I was saying to you, yeah, we have upped the prize money to $80,000. The rule still remains, winner takes all. Some would query why winner takes all, but we believe, in all fairness, we want to up the standard and of the level of the quality of the entertainment and get the recognition for the event in terms of out there. And the only way we see that we can do it and achieve what we want to achieve is by having it a winner takes all. No, basically some would say, oh, again, the money is the first or second prize. But in terms of that, we have taken care of that by on the back end, giving the artists who are on the event a substantial amount. You know what I'm saying? That would cover their performance on the event. Also,
So it's not a complete loss.
no, it's not a complete loss for the artists, but the exposure is a great, huge exposure for the artists who submitted their music, who have been qualified in terms of picked for the 24 finalists, and going forward, whoever is, like I say, whoever has been chosen for these 12 finalists, they should be getting some serious mileage out of it, and that is what we want to achieve in terms of getting the international Bashment soccer out there, getting Bashment right across the diaspora, all across the world. In terms of, we would like to see Chinese call or singing these things.
But you know the Asians love the Bashment real bad.
So that is our main focus, is just getting Barbados, getting the music and helping the young talent that Barbados has, because you know Barbados is full of the talent, Greg. You
Yes.
know everywhere you go, hardware, you know this as a producer, that Barbados, we just in a rock here sitting full of talent, but we don't have the resources and the avenues to exploit it. So we are trying, we 4D has came on board and said, you know what, we can take up the challenge and try to help our fellow Barbadians
Artists.
artists in the field, you know what I mean, to get themselves out there. So, and this is where we set off as doing the international Bashment soccer by inviting all entries from all across the world to take part in this event and put Barbados up there. I mean, it's there right now, but we want to take our music further.
That's good. As a producer, and we were talking once again behind the scenes. Patrice on the rhythm. I mean, that was like so cool. That was like utter diviness coming from Patrice. When Philip, thank you, Philip. When Philip sent me that today, I was like, you, like this, yeah. So it's on my phone, so I got it. How do you feel when you know that your music is out there and you have other artists with your rhythms and you producing songs for people? How does that make you feel as a producer, not just as an artist? How does that make you feel?
It's a great feeling, and this year especially, working with so many different artists, so many different countries. Patrice from Trinidad, Problem from St. Vincent, Taradan from UK, and obviously I'm from Barbados. So that's 4 different countries you got there, 4 different sets of DJs showing love, just sending videos. And you rhythm dropped last week Thursday. The amount of videos I've gotten since then,
just with that
alone, and we didn't even start to push yet. Like the response has been crazy for that rhythm.
Yeah,
crazy.
Patrice, that did me.
Yeah.
So who other artists would you really like to work with? I mean, everybody always calls certain names, but who would you really like to work with?
Let me see, who have I not worked with?
Okay, no, good. That is to work backwards.
Yeah. I want to work with Bungie for sure. Hyper Souls. 2 artists that I want to work with right now.
I would have thought you would have worked with him already.
Nah, not yet.
So, how do you see where Crop Over is right now? I mean, Bashment has its place and it's now officially a part of the Crop Over Festival. Right. How do you see Crop Over going forward for you as a producer, as an artist? Where would you like to see it really go for you?
I just want to see Crop Over, out there as, one of the biggest festivals for the Caribbean. Every year is doing music. I try to release early, make sure all the artists I get on the case be like, look, we're doing this late thing, we release it early.
You heard that, the late thing. Philip, you heard that too, right? The late thing, good.
I don't do the late thing. But yeah, we really want to put Crop Over really on the map. Like, people just come there like, yeah, we cannot miss Crop Over. You know what I mean? That's the real vision.
And Bashment Soca being a part of what people want to see every year.
Correct.
And for you, where do you feel Crop Over should be?
I feel that personally, I feel that we should take a Crop Over and make it. I mean, we have it to the level, but we need government, everybody, private sector, everybody need to come on board 100%. And we need to take this thing as far as we can take it, because it's bigger than all of us. It's bigger.
Every one of us plays a part, but those slices of pie so thin are what makes up.
Right, you understand? So I mean, I just want, as Harvey said, I want for us to be recognized among the other countries, or the other persons, the other islands who have got the festival, as one of the places that. From the time you hear Barbados, everybody saying, yeah, if you get Barbados, that's the place to be for Crop Over to party. When you want party, that is the place to be. And that's what we want to take the whole Crop Over, the Bashment Soca on the Hill. We would like everybody who plays an intricate part in the Crop Over Festival to help us to take, you know what I mean? To take just Crop Over the 3 months of the year, the time that they use to extend the music on the radio. just take it just up a notch more, just up a notch more. Every year, we just raise it a notch, raise the bar, the standard, the performances, the standard, and the quality of the songs that come out of the everything. Just raise it, and so that when you go say to book a cruise or a flight, and you go to a travel agent, say you were in Italy, and you just walk at the travel agent and say, hey, where's a good place to go for summer? You know what I mean? The travel agent, his recommendation is Barbados. Crop over. So that is what we are striving for. That is what we would like all the other players in the industry to come on board, and all of us work hand in hand to get Barbados and then the Crop Over Festival out there to that level.
That's very true. And I say that all the time, and I'm glad that everybody uses the word crop over still and not carnival. Because this is us and this is what we have to sell, even though it's a carnival, but it's still crop over. And yes, you want to say, have the analogy, yeah, it's a type of a carnival, so they understand what it's about with the showcasing of costumes on a day, whatever, but it is crop over. For us, it's Kadooment Day, and this is what we actually have to promote and to sell. So from a producer's point of view, I've said this to some artists, do we always have to use the word carnival in our songs? Or lyrically, how it flows, crop over is harder to pronounce, or?
It depends. It varies. Depending on the song you're writing, where you're trying to go with it, In Alone, I use both. I got carnival and I got crop over when I redid the verse. But it's just about where you want to go. I always push the crop over though. I always push crop over.
So I don't know. So many artists use the word carnival. I guess it just flows better in terms lyrically.
Maybe for them too, I find that if they're trying to look at the outside market, they find that everybody recognizes carnival as you all know. So to make it easier to transition through, for people to understand what they're getting at, they just say carnival to make it easier, because sometimes you may say crop over and you may go a fella stump.
Crop over, and they break it down into syllables. Crop over. What is crop over? It actually sounds better say the crop is over.
So I find that some people might try to use it in that text. You know what I mean? Just so that they get away from having to be explaining the whole and in the Keynes and stuff like that so just bring them to.
But even that, the burn of Mr. Harding, everything that was traditional to us, I feel that we are still losing so many things that made it what it is today, and the history of crop over and everything else. Okay, in advancing and getting things more modern, you tend to lose self in that advancement and fitting into the modern era, and I get it, but there has to be a way, there should be a way to balance the two of still maintaining what is traditionally us, and still making sure that you are with the times.
Correct.
And not then say, okay, then everything, Mr. Harding's in the museum, everything about the Keynes in the museum, everything is in the museum, and we just remember nostalgic, we have conversation. Oh yeah, you remember? Nah. Kings and queens of the bands. I mean, the costumes are getting bigger and bigger. Like Aura this year, Aura's costume that Jasmine is wearing, I swear that's a queen's costume. So even those things, we have lost a lot of what is really the crop over feel in trying to become modern and carnival-ish. So that's just my thing for it. I just want us to remain, and even through the music. I had this conversation with Rick here this week, and I said, okay, you have the sweet soca, you have the groovy soca, you have the bashment, you got the party. So you have different 4 genres right there. So I see an artist, you could clarify, it's like bringing an album every year. So you try to have something within that album for every listener, that this, even if they don't like the whole album, at least 2 or 3 songs they would appreciate and want to listen to. That's how I see it. So when I see the only artists are bringing out sweet soca or groovy, I'm like, one, are you limiting yourself just to say you want to get bookings? Because that's the excuse, they want to get bookings overseas. But we've been booked for years singing fast-paced music, so I don't understand why they're only saying that you have to sing this particular genre to get the recognition out.
Well, you see, why maybe some of them have been opted into that prison is because the music industry has somewhat changed, and if you notice now, people were more gravitating to the groovy soulcas, the slower songs. So then that is why some of the artists might then tend to turn to the groovy and the sweeter songs, because then they realize that only those artists were doing the traveling.
Okay.
Right, so mama look at it and say, boy, see me here saying on the whole year you sing too fast songs for the whole 2 years and then making them way.
Power Soca was out for a minute.
Yeah.
Power Soca was out for a minute. Well, internationally, these small islands would have still be hitting them, and it would be big there. But in terms of like the overall, Power Soca was done for what? But it way on it back now. Way.
Yeah, and thank God. Anyhow, so we're going to take a short break, and we'll be taking you out with Marsville's song Roughness for 2018 Bashment Soca.
What time do mom and dad get home? I feel like I'm forgetting something. But what could it be?
I have to remember to do everything.
Oh, babe, look. Jay remembered to start the washer.
Jay?
He is so responsible.
I wish Kylie could be more like him.
What?
I did the laundry.
Really? Tell me about that.
The new Kenmore Smart Washer and Dryer. Be smart, be connected, be amazing. Exclusively at Sears.
Welcome back to Tea Time with Greg. I remember you can subscribe on YouTube, Tea Time with Greg, and like our page on Facebook and Instagram. We were speaking hardware a little bit about the different beats and stuff. Now for me, I like fast pace, and I'm always going to go back there. I'm going to like fast pace till I die. And my hip cannot move. As Sharian said, Sharian girl, I know you're going to be watching the intermission music. we call it intermission music or going to the bar. This is the music that you play when you want to start the fact or you're done the fact. Not in between.
But you will see how soca has changed over the years because
Oh,
when
dear
it was coming
God.
up, that was regular soca, and then I had slow soca. But no, regular soca is slow soca, and that's fast soca.
It's like black and white photography was so cheap back then. No, black and white photography is the most expensive and color is cheap.
That's how times has changed.
Yeah.
But it coming back, and it coming back hard. So ain't no worries.
Like seriously, so are we wrong for wanting fast-paced songs? Not just through Bashment, but people said, no, somebody said to me on Facebook, but Bajans don't walk at the more. I said, because they ain't got nothing to walk at too. Be up beyond the Bashment.
Yeah.
So I mean, like walking up, we always have something to walk. And Bajans are very instructional people. We like, no matter what, we like to be told what to do. So hands in the air, you be throw your hands in the air. Squat and go down, wide and go down and stick, whatever thing. We just, and it's fun. It is also getting more engaging into the song, and it tells you what to do. You get to move with somebody, move to the left, move to the right. Like dollar is one of the oldest things of instruction. Cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, dollar. Existed for a long time. That's basically walking up but slower.
You really would that piece.
That is walking up but slower. And then just give a joke, dollar.
You was a
But
real
these current times we gotta say $5. Dollar can't get you nowhere.
Yeah, it's true.
So how do you feel about us wanting this? I mean, as an artist and a producer, you produce stuff, you sing your own type of music, what you feel the people want. When you have someone like me, like requesting, please, dear God, bring something fast.
But don't forget his work with Sharian. Sharian always want fast music.
Sharian is another
fast music.
I mean, I am my own realm. Sharian in another realm all but herself. That's my girl, but Sharon, you got Sharon in that realm.
Yeah, she punch it on. But is all about demand. Right now, the demand for fast music is coming back. Ain't quite fully there yet, but it coming back. Motto would have done a lot of work last year. Dropped 2 or 3, big fast. Really, he had Michelle, he had Bungie, he had a lot of different people. He had himself and lyrical party lit. Like, so it coming back, making it weird, but still, we still got a lot of slow music that running things. So you got the voice, and you had Marsville last year and the slow stuff, and then you got the Cass Hello. So it's a lot to, as a DJ, if you juggling and you got like 3 fast rhythms and you got like 10 slow ones, we can dominate.
I would say the cycle though, because like, one time be here with getting a lot of fast songs all the time, right? And I find that after a while, the guys had to slow it down and take it away, because then you would get like all the fast songs. You know what I mean? Getting accustomed to them, the guys ain't singing nothing and stuff like that. So I find that, the ears, maybe the ears of the public needed a little rest.
A rest.
Yeah,
okay,
rest.
What? I will give you 2 stars for that one. Maybe, yeah. I'll give you 2 stars for that one.
No, we have been dabbling and playing for the last, we would say last 4 or 5 years. The lot of slow songs have been coming out, so the people are wanting now the fast, the too much of this slow thing now in the dance.
Like for me, I always say this. I love Masha as an artist, brilliant artist. I personally, I will hold my blows if he ever comes on my show. I'm saying this up there for the people to take it and say, well, Greg said that. But it was just always too slow for me. I mean, I consider that chipping music. Yeah, you chipping, you get on the road, it's just chipping. So one year my mother asked me, Greg, why are you complaining about this fast-paced thing and slow? What do you mean? So I said, all right, clearly I have to walk it for my mother now. So I played a song and I just moved my waist to the beat. I said, listen to the beat, Mom. Then I played it from, I can't remember which one I found. I played a fast one, I stopped, and she went, okay, as you were. But Masha this year brought it. I mean, like, he brought it with Don't Play That, and what added to the visual, which is stuck in people's minds, when the Bajan dancer went on stage, when Masha brought her, it's like, yeah, and she killed it. She done it. For the time I saw that box, I knew she Bajan. For the time I saw that box, the way she's moving, I said, no, not a Trini. That is no way that's a Trini. sorry, trainees. But I knew that I was not a trainee. So I'm like, we are missing. People have been wanting it, and I guess you were right. It was a time and a place for everything. It played itself out. I know that it was missing. People like, you know what? We missing something though. What is we need to
It
get
gotta
this
be a
back.
mass production when it come out. It can't just be our ring and do a fast song.
Or one or two. So it has to be everybody.
This is why
this year we doing fast song.
This is why we looked at introducing Bashment to have, because remember, you got the Sweet Soca competition, you got the other competition, but there's no place for you guys out there. So we decided at 4D, but we need, you know what? Let's put our money where our mouth is. You know what I mean? And back it up. You know what I'm saying? We've talking about it. We've told people that they need to be hinting this to other people in the music fraternity, hinting it that they need to have the Bashment, some place for the guys like Hardware, the Grregs, the Marsvilles, the Stabbies, all of those artists, because they're young coming artists, they're emerging, and the guys, they're hungry, and that's the thing about it too. Once you got a hunger and a love for something that you do, you are gonna put everything into it. So, and there is no avenues, because everything, sometimes when you turn one corner, you hear somebody knocking them down.
And it's because of the perception of Bashment. That's what I was asking. Is the perception of Bashment you have is a certain connotation. It is Dibby, only people skin out and do whatever. It's like, I ain't Dibby. And I slightly bougie.
Right, so you understand? So I mean, then we realized that there was a need for it. There is a market for it, and we need to help market the talent in Barbados. So we decided that here we're gonna do it, the Bashment, and then we said, you know what, we did it for 2 years, and then we said, you know what, we take a look at this thing. We need to pull it back in, look at it, pick it up, dissect it, and pick it apart, and then go again in terms of constructing a new formula and putting the international Bashment feel around, you know, so that we can encourage all different elements
and sell it as one.
You know what I'm saying? And still giving Barbados the push that it deserves.
Because it's held in Barbados, it's a Barbadian product. It's held in Barbados, and you want to compete in Barbados, so it pushes us no matter what. We're the brand ambassadors for it. So
you understand me? So nobody can take that away from us and say that Barbados does not. We have something unique to our island, and we are going to rep it as hard as we can. Push it in everybody's face, and if you don't like it, you gotta lump it.
No, believe me, and
push it in your face.
And like for me, I know about lot of not talking it out. But there are lots of private parties where people want to bash out in private and not be seen, cameras left at the door, phones left at the door, because however you behave is how you behave. There's nothing, and I find that that's a problem. Like I say, frigate, I am so well known now, I know that my picture can go somewhere, so I say, you know what, whatever. If I don't want to be seen doing it, I'm not going to do it. So that's the reality for me right now. But so many people are still afraid. There are doctors, there are lawyers, there are politicians. Oh, you can't behave so, you whatever. But we still want to feel like a part of the festival. And I trying to figure out how do people find that balance of going into the party and just taking the selfies the whole damn night and filming everybody else partying, opposed to being actually a part of it.
Well, then you should ask those person, Greg, how they feel. Then they're not gonna feel happy about their achievement. They're just gonna tell you, yeah, I was there. But I bet
and that's the syndrome right now. No one wants to be left out. That's it. They just want to be a part of the party, but they're just there, the selfie kings and queens. I'm like, what the? Y'all gotta start home though.
Well, that is something that we hope that Bashment changes.
Like I have not heard of anybody. I mean, yes, all walks of life take selfies and take their videos, but you're there to party, and from what I see with the Bashment, then people ain't got time to take the pictures and do the selfies for the whole night.
But you come in to enjoy yourself, and I believe, personally, this is my philosophy, right? I believe you should make yourself happy before anybody else happy, right? Once you are happy as an individual, then everybody else could be happy around you, because if you're not happy, despite you trying to make people happy, you know what I mean? So with that saying in mind, Bashment is a sort of stress release.
Oh yes.
Stress release for some people. They go they had a hard day at work, the boss probably telling something that they didn't want to hear, or the girlfriend telling something they didn't want to hear, to go and dance. You know what I mean?
When it's doubled with some vodka. As a spiritualist, not an alcoholic, as a spiritualist, right?
But all in all, said, as I keep saying it, our main focus here at 4D Entertainment is to take Barbados entertainment as far as we could get taken. Right? If you could get to the moon, that's where it's going with us.
You going to?
That's where it's
I
going.
can wait and see what you do.
No, they want to come back first. I want a lot to come back.
Second trip.
I will you there. No, the boys they make it back, you know.
He's sending that straight to the other guys, man.
We on the second show, yeah.
Right, but as I said, on serious note, our aim is to just to take the music, the entertainment from Barbados and spread it across the world. You understand? Me personally, I used to work with Crossfire over the last couple of years ago, separated from them now. And what I used to do when I used to travel, I used to collect all radio stations. Anywhere you go, I would collect the information. And you see, when I get back to Barbados, a crop of music is coming out, I would go and contact all of the artists that I know and beg them for songs and send their music out to people. You understand? Because my thing is about getting us out there, our music. We have a we have a harder fight than some territories due to the fact that when you go to certain places, when you check the DJs are Trinidadians or St. Lucians, and they would tend to push their own stuff. We don't have too many Barbadians out there doing it. You will find some that are hard Barbadians who try, but the fight is still there in terms of Barbados getting the music out there. We are recognized in the soca industry. But in terms of having the respect and that some of the fellow islands give to us, I find that sometimes we still are not getting it.
Okay.
And the pushes still need to be there by all of us, whether it be white, black, you know what I mean? All of us need to get on board and just try to get the thing out there so as far as we can.
Okay, well, we're going to take another break, and you're watching Teatime with Grreg, so we're going to be led out by Bennett by Lil Rick, Bashment 2018. You're watching Teatime with Grreg.
Can you feel it? Hey. Can you feel it? Some gal them bad in a boom boom. Let me tell you the reason why. Cause when them hot gal bend over, well you know the bumper going fly. Hold up on the fence, gal, open the wheel. Hand on the ground, cock up your tail. Take on your tuck on your dip on your throat. Bend over there on this spot. Squat, sit down on it, gal, sit down on it. Sit down on it, gal, sit down on it. Position and get ready to bend. Up to your bumper, down with your head. Like how you push the straw in the box, do some bend it. Like how only can hit the roundabout and bend it. Like when you long up your
time do mom and dad get home? I feel like I'm forgetting something. But what could it be?
I have to remember to do everything.
Oh, babe, look. Jay remembered to start the washer.
Jay?
He is so responsible.
I wish Kylie could be more like him.
What?
I did the laundry.
Really? Tell me about that.
The new Kenmore Smart Washer and Dryer. Be smart, be connected, be amazing. Exclusively at Sears.
So that was Rick for 2018 with Bennett, and I'm tired of saying this. The behind the scenes, I need to have a third camera for the behind the scenes and play that after midnight because sometimes the conversation is usually precious. But like Rick's song this year, I tell you I do. I mean, that's gonna be the song for the men this year. The men and we were talking about how do you ease in on a bumper. You don't just jump in. This is the way to do
You gotta
it.
treat it like a baby. Just
Yes,
you
gotta take your time.
No, you learn from the professional. Right? He's gonna coach you.
Yeah, he's gonna coach you. They're gonna have how to walk up 101. How to walk up and how to get.
Sharia, we gotta do a video.
How to get that
walk up 101.
No, seriously, you need to, because people then I see men start juking, and the women like
juking is kind of after.
It's like,
you
what you doing?
You gotta take your time. You gotta ease in. First thing you gotta put yourself in the position.
Exactly.
But you don't jump in.
Out of gunnery.
Jeez, you
You gotta let the part play the part.
Let the part play the part. He's getting the part. It's funny, girl. You want? He's gonna stand up right behind you, but not too close.
Exactly.
But he's
and you put a nice smile.
You know what here for you. You know what here.
But yeah. But we really have to show people how to party. And how do you feel about having, like, I'm hired by Splash to like really hype up the party and be the party starter. How do you feel about having a party starter? Because I just find people will the dance floor, the dance area will be empty for the whole beginning part until a few people that decide, oh the hell, I get in a party, and then you realize in less than 10 minutes everybody has no gravitated. So you need to push those persons to actually start partying.
I used to always thought that they waiting to wine to get the drinks in, so they drink alcohol, get in the system.
Well, that's another thing.
You know, okay, maybe it's just me. You know,
use party from start.
If the DJ playing the right music, I can walk into a fat walking up like
but that don't really happen anymore. A lot of people's going to pose. They just
dress up and
it's coming.
I just help you. Okay, so I used to do like the body paint thing for Splash. So when you walk in, I got to take a gazillion pictures before I could even think about walking up. But when you get past that, take a few pictures, take a few selfies in the beginning, because that's the part you look cute. Because in about hour.
Yeah, you look like you no more.
Take pictures, no.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. So what is it you're really there for? Are you there to party, or are you there?
Enough people there to pose. Enough people there to go and see girls just
so
standing up.
You spend $250 to pose?
Well, that is not my philosophy.
Even if it's 80 or 250 or 300, so I'm not spending 80 or 250 to pose.
Right.
Like I there to party, but I just feel that we need to start encouraging people to party as a DJ as well. Choose my words carefully. Oh, what the hell, but I never did before. I find that like I had a problem with some of the other entities coming to Barbados and bringing their DJs and they're only playing other music. That's as best as I can say. And they're playing other music. And when you're in Rome, you do as the Romans do.
Correct.
Right. So I'm like, what are y'all playing? And what are y'all playing? I'm usually stumped by some of the music I hear them playing. And how do you feel about different genres playing at crop over time? Like reggae and rap. You playing rap and stuff and R&B through a calypso.
Right. You got me there. Crop over for me is so good thing. That's the truth. If you want to hold a fat outside of that and just do your own thing, that's cool. But if you're holding a crop over fat and you brand it as crop over, it should be ringing in also.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you hard. There are people out there, so unfortunately that they might not embrace the soca music like how others do, right? And they would choose not to attend the soca fest. And they got their own, you should have your own market for your own stuff.
Right, but that's what he's saying.
But at the same time, when you see it's soca time, it should be 100%.
The period is so small. It's so short-lived.
That's the problem.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
You have
all this music.
It's like Christmas. Like, I really don't believe in Christmas music outside of Christmas time. Like, seriously.
Right, yeah.
Because StarCom started this year, early October. I was like, God, this is killing me. But it is what it is. I feel that this is our time. Play our music. And we have years of music and different islands to pull from that we don't need to hear. I don't feel that R&B and rap and everything needs to play, because we have so much islands, so much music. Barbados has so much years of music that we can pull. The repertoire is so extensive that I don't feel that we need to pull on other genres at that point.
I am of the same opinion, but if you understand music and DJs, right? Sometimes DJs tend to, some DJs like to play hits, what they call hits, right? And big and songs that are on the charts, in order to get the following or the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For people to say that they're playing, they play the best.
And they're playing tight.
Right. You know what I mean?
Playing tight.
So for some of them, they don't know when and where to just leave such stuff alone. And rightfully said that, as Hardway said before, when it's about soca, it should be. And as you're insisting, Greg, you are insisting that when it's soca, it's soca. So I am of the same. I am following you, and I 100% agree with you. But the DJs, no, they need to understand what it is they're doing and the job that they come to do.
100% agree.
Someone said to me it's called resetting. Or, I don't know if y'all know, you go into a perfumery and you smell at least 2 colognes, your brain can't take it.
Correct.
So you smell coffee beans to reset your nostrils and your senses to be able to smell past that. So I gave them 2 stars and they said, okay, I'll let that pass. So you're resetting the person so play 2 songs. Reset me to come again.
You don't go reset with another jump.
You can reset.
But I'm just saying, I say if I have to allow anything, you say you do that. I said fine. You want to reset us into coming back again and harder, or well, fine. I will allow that, but I still don't feel that there's a need for it.
There ain't a need for it.
There's
actually too much music out there. Too much soca.
Well, I personally thought so.
Everybody come and play the same soca, or for you to change the genre. Too much soca out there.
You just need to do the research.
That's about it.
And find out what the, you know what I mean? Just do the research, man.
And is it the research of the type of fact and what is required from the producer of the fact and what their audience is, or what is really going on with music at that?
Research overall. You gotta study music, see how far back you could go, find out what the hits from yesteryear, see who in the crowd. See, it's a lot of different work as a DJ. Like when they land on the stage, first it's gotta do to read the crowd. So you checking, you say, all right, there's mostly older people, there's younger people. You gotta figure out who you playing for, and that will lead you to know what to play from there. And then you gotta be checking for the fact that you ain't now who played before you.
Oh yeah. So you try to come before.
Different.
Yeah.
You would say different. Or you, as Hardway said, like a mama can't play a style of music. You may play like Rick, Peter Ram, and certain artists. But there are other artists that haven't been played
yet.
Night, correct. And that still have the sweet songs, and the songs that make you dance and stuff. So all of that stuff too.
So I guess it's better to not land in just before your time to play.
It's
a little early to hear.
Obviously, if you are say you got 3 or 4
you back to back, exactly. So you just rushing. Yeah.
But back in the day, like when they first started DJing, DJs would communicate with one another. Correct. I don't know if that still happens.
Okay.
But will come and be like,
some
be like, all right, we know play. Ask him, like, we play Safari. Right, what do you mind before you play? Okay, all right, and then you will got idea what to play from there. I don't know if that still happened, to be honest.
Okay. And that's fair. I mean,
so
you don't always repeat the same thing. So he had the same mindset. You come with basically the same thing, and we were like, we just played that already.
Also, back in the day, DJs used to respect each other more. I respect the time slots. So a man, obviously, all right, you know it was the big tunes for this year. You know the recent stuff. A man can come at
10 o'clock and play them things. Because he know he rolls, so he can start with some older crossfire thing and build a nice vibe. So when people come in and drinking and
okay,
things,
so
you ain't hearing
that's my thing about the lead. See, back to what I said, the lead up to the actual party. So not that the DJ isn't good, but he said, you know what, I hyping for when this at this point, and people. And first of all, I think people respected time slots. In terms, not the DJ's time slot. If the party is starting 10 to 2, it was 10 to 2.
Correct.
No, people go in bed at 10 to get hours rest, get up, get ready, and get in there about 1, and expect that you're supposed to party now to 4 because I get there late. No, peep, you got there late.
That's the culture.
But you know, Greg, that's something that has started to amaze me though. What you can spend, for example, you can spend $200 to get to the event. You know the event starting at 7 o'clock, and it get done at 12 or whatever the case is, and then you can roll up in the event at 10 o'clock, right?
I'm vexed.
Because it's soon you done. Understand me? Then you could come early, enjoy the money, the hard-earned money that you work for and you paid out, and enjoy yourself. And they come in. I don't know why, Greg. I don't know why.
And but the thing, years ago we had house fest. I getting back. I'm not aging myself. So if I get any dangerous comments. But what house fest? When a house fest started at 9 was partying at 9 o'clock. You'd late if you got there after 9. You'd late house burst, can't get in. People respected the time. Then it started to slowly go up a little more as the years went. It went from 10, 11, then it moved to location, and location started from 11:30 and on, and then 10 to 10 came about, and that changed the whole situation of partying long as hell. So
you had 24,
and like so the whole thing changed, and people like, and then I guess it was back to my whole thing about the party starters. So when people land to the fete early and then seeing the body partying, man, it makes sense for me to get here early. So then they go to the next fete and they train them to do the same thing over and over again. But it don't make sense getting early because nobody ain't partying until like midway into the end. So you gotta know, retrain people and have people starting the fete from early, and rather if you get there late, you really get there late.
Yeah, it's
but again, that would take everybody doing the same thing.
Yeah,
so that ain't one of them easy solve problems. Not like if I only doing it.
Yeah. So you know what? Yeah, you're right. But I'm passionate about not just walking up. I am passionate about crop over and it really having the longevity that I know that it can have. And everybody has its place. Bashment now has its place. The sweet soca, the groovy, and the party, every one of them has its place, making up the whole and us enjoying, so that there's a bit of something for everyone. No one's left out. So we're going to wrap up here. So if you had to give any advice to any upcoming producer or artist, what would you give?
Study your market first.
Or DJ.
Study the market. Nah, you go producer, DJ, artist, anything. Okay. You go study the market. See what is in demand. See your style and see how it could fit. How you can bring it over to the public. And just work hard and perfect your craft.
And put your stamp on it.
Yeah. Don't try to be what everybody else being, but try to bring your genre to the people in a way that they will receive it. That's the hardest part as an artist.
Yeah, staying true
to yourself, but still pleasing the people.
And I can't say for promoter, but it is because everyone knows trying to be a promoter out there.
That is definitely true.
Oh God, everyone. Woo! For the mouth disease. But everybody trying to be a promoter. But if you had to give any advice for any upcoming promoters and even the artists, what advice would you
what I would tell the artists, first the artists, I would let them know, alright, they got a lot of events out there, and sometimes some of them get carried away, right? In terms of, because they might be, for example, you might be placed on a big event, right? You might be working for a smaller event, right? And your fees are, for the small event, your fees will be one thing, and then for the bigger event, it might be a different thing. But you gotta look at which event can do for you, right?
Okay.
In terms of you might or reason I say this is because sometimes I find that some people you might call them for a small event and they give you one price, and then you call them for another event, and once they hear the name of the event, their price now skyrocket from what they were charging.
Yeah.
But they're not really looking at the value that the other event is bringing to them for them, because when outside promoters see you on a bigger stage, right, and they know well this event is one of the flagship events for the festival.
Find a balance.
Right, that they would tend to book you or try to get in contact with you because they're saying, you know what, this artist made it to be able to be on that stage.
It's the bigger picture.
Right, it's the bigger picture, but some people don't understand it that way, and so sometimes they just call leave them. But just to be humble and to just master the art, the craft. I want to do master the art and be humble and just.
Let you use that word, humble.
And know the right from the wrongs, right? Because sometimes you got people out there, so even your fans will tell you, man, encouraging you, and you might got a song out there that is just the song just there, right? And you do want to come to grips with it and say, well, this song is not my best work or whatever, but because people around you telling you, man, that's the best thing in here since sliced bread. You understand what I mean? Because they're your friends, they're encouraging you.
You all left for yes,
you know what I mean? So
the yes man.
Yeah, so those are the situations that you're facing. Just go and be humble. Try to work with the producers. Try to work with the radio stations. When you get a call for interview, you might be tired, you might not come from a gig, just try to go and do, you know what I mean? Do what
always
you have to
be
do.
on point, always be ready.
You need them brutal friends.
Yeah.
You need the Sherry hands.
Yeah, you understand?
And the Grregs. But
in terms of promoters, the promoters know, I would just gotta say you all gotta be very careful in terms of how you go about doing the promotions, in terms of marketing, getting the awareness, getting awareness out there. So and taking care of the patrons that come to your event, because those are the people who would patronize you and
make or break the event,
right? So once you take care of the people and let them have a good experience, it's all about the experience for those persons who are spending their money. So the thing is about it is for those people to enjoy themselves, to have you know what I mean, that when they leave your event or whatever you do, is for to leave that impression in their mind, that you know what I mean,
that they're coming back, they're thinking about next year, they left the event and they're already looking forward to next year.
Correct, and that is something that for the entertainment always try to do. We always try to provide quality entertainment for our patrons, because we consider you as our quality patrons. We look at you as royalty. When you come to a 40 event, we look at you as royalty, you know, because we want to make you happy, the customer. So we are doing and providing all the stuff that we see fit to having our customers have a wonderful time and a wonderful experience at our event. So that's the thing for us. It's just for you, and I would advise any promoter, just you know what I mean, you rely on the customers, they're your clients, so your job is to make your clients happy.
Well, that was a mouthful and so needed. And once again, I'm going to just end with using the word humble. I've been working with artists for a very long time. I work with South Central, I work with Pyramids, so I know everybody. And I see personality change so quickly. And it's almost like a bipolar situation. I'd be like, one day you're good, another minute you ain't good. But always remain, a lot of them do remain humble in a sense, but we can all fall victim to the stardom and the fame in a sense, and I can see where that can come from. But I want everybody to remain humble, and that's the most important. Down to earth and relatable, that you can anybody can walk up to you and say, all right, I want a picture with you, man, or autograph, whatever, and you get the autograph stage. Or about a picture, about a picture. I think we go past the point autograph now is the stuff. Yeah. But it's to remain humble and to remain relatable to the persons, that you're not too big that they can't come to you anymore. And that's the problem with a lot of people. They're no longer accessible.
It's the same thing he said with the promotions. As an artist, the people who's bill you,
Yeah, and so the ones that break you too.
Correct.
People say, well, we ain't let you no more, that's the end of your career, you done. So you gotta deal with people good.
Yeah, very true. So hardware, Andrew, thank you so much for joining me on Tea Time. And you can like our page on Facebook, and you can like it on Instagram, and subscribe on Tea Time on YouTube. And this is another episode. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
And
Grreg.
you're watching Tea Time with Greg.